Devon, are you ready for your next comic trying comedy?
Yeah!
For the very first time. I'm gonna take a V card tonight. Proudly. I don't even know his last name. You guys, let's hear it for Domino's Wally!
I do want to say thank you to Abby for hosting such a welcoming room. I came here and watched people perform and it felt very welcoming, so thank you. I've wanted to do comedy for a very long time, actively pursue it, but I don't think that you can really be funny until you've experienced something that is akin to clinical depression. So I'd also like to thank the 3 women in my life that I thought I was going to marry, especially the one that's now married to my brother. Seriously, guys, no hard feelings. It was worth it at this point. But I do want to say that monogamy sucks. And does anybody else feel that way, that monogamy sucks? Can I know? Oh, wow. Good. I thought this was a support group. I thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate that. If you think that monogamy is good and it can't get any better, take a second, you have a lady, and think about her fucking someone else. Even one of your close buddies, somebody you both trust, you know? I know what I'm saying is taboo. I know it's hard to swallow. It's tough to get past. There's going to be some pain involved. I spent a lot of time thinking about this joke, and I wondered if at any point there was the same rationalization was done by a priest. And that made me feel dirty. But lately I started kind of digging black chicks. This is something new for me. I've never been with a black chick. And there's just this one girl that comes into the pizza shop that I work at that will remain unnamed, Abby. It will remain unnamed, the pizza shop that I work at, but she comes in. And I'm kind of smitten with her. I really am kind of smitten with her. Thanks. Good, thanks. Me too. So, I'm kind of smitten with her. And I think that this newfound fascination I have is okay up to a point. And I think that point is if I started referring to her as my Nubian princess. Because I don't even know what that shit means, man. I saw that on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air once. Uncle Phil said it. But yeah, I guess this is the proper time to talk about white privilege. You guys, I don't know if you spend time on the internet, if you've heard the term white privilege, for me it's very good to identify all the people in my small-ass redneck town in Pennsylvania. I'm really good, it allows me to know which ones are racist assholes on Facebook, because it points them right out when you bring up white privilege. And personally, I'm disgusted by the fact that it's more likely for a black dude to get shot just for wearing a hoodie at night. I don't like that fact at all. But there is one positive aspect of white privilege, and that is, if I am lucky enough to get a girl into my bed, she can't possibly be disappointed by the size of my dick, because what could she possibly expect? I'm a fat white guy. Those are expectations I can live up to, hopefully. But sorry, I'm gonna look at this. But I have gotten laid though, believe it or not. It has happened before marriage. I guess that's a sin. I don't really care either, but I've heard that's a sin. And that might be a sin, but abstinence, that shit is completely fucking unnatural. And the proof of that is that it feels great when we stick our dicks into anything. Literally anything. This is why fleshlights exist. I don't know if you do you know what a fleshlight is? Pocket pussy? These things exist because when we stick our penis into things, it feels great. And that made me think it would be kind of cool to be a gay dude. At least in a really progressive city, not in Pennsylvania where I grew up. That's where my brother split. My brother had to get the fuck, and he's gay. He had to get the fuck out of Pennsylvania. But in a nice progressive city, being a gay dude would be alright, man. The other day I was at the DMV, I had to get my car legal, and there was a guy sitting in front of me, and he was looking at Grindr. Do you guys know what Grindr is? Grindr? It's an app for gay dudes, okay? And it's technology at work, because it literally, like, anybody else using Grindr becomes a blip on a map. They use GPS to literally show you where just any swinging dick is. It's pretty fucking amazing. So what I'm saying is that sex is fun. It really is. But I don't want to procreate at all. Unlike Abby. I don't know, Abby, you didn't want to procreate, did you? They were all accidents? They couldn't have all five been accidents, for fuck's sake.
I didn't know my belly button could get pregnant.
But I don't want to procreate, and that's why I keep an abortion fund set to the side, just in case. It's planning for the future. Okay? Yeah, hashtag Planned Parenthood. I'm with it. I literally will give them money, have given them money, and will continue to give them money. But my point is, I keep an abortion fund set to the side, and that's just basic planning for the future. I don't know if you've priced abortions lately. Anybody? They're a lot cheaper than college tuition. This is base level economics at work. They're a lot cheaper. And if, in worst case scenario, if my partner isn't down to abort the child, then I'll just reallocate funds into my prostitution fund, because I sure as fuck won't be having sex with her anytime soon. And I know when to press the self-destruct button. But I tell jokes about abortion, and that's just because I really do want to raise awareness. There's a whole lot of shame attached to the subject. There is. And it really makes me sick, because the thing is, it's really effective. Condoms are 99% effective, and that's when they're used properly. And then we got groups like the Family Research Council, just a little bit further south in Colorado Springs, not teaching kids how to use condoms properly. In sex ed, they don't want to teach kids how to use a condom properly. And I don't know if they know this, but a really solid plan B has always been abortion. Because I've never heard of an abortion that has been botched so badly that the child was stillborn. Actually, they're all stillborn. Thanks, Abby.
Wally, that was actually pretty good. I will still visit you and support you in your abortion fund at an unnamed pizza location.